Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Welcome to Video Wednesday, where I do a video for YouTube or I post a Patreon video from the previous week here on YouTube. Today I'm shooting one just for y'all. And we're going to talk about the next thing coming. But first, by way of introing this video, did you see that? Look at this. I built this yesterday. What is that, you may ask? Is it a roof? Nope. Is it a wall? Kinda. Sister Kate wants to try something, and so I'm going to assist her in that. And we are going to make we're going to start with one, raised bed. And this one, the side is 90 inches long, and it's 38 inches tall. And I have a couple panels like that. And so I'm basically going to build a box that's 90 inches long and 38 inches tall, which is really nice. It's like right here. And I don't know how wide I'm going to make it yet. I haven't decided. But Sister Kate's like, I want plants right here, like at kitchen counter level, so that when I'm weeding and picking and dealing with the plants, I don't have to get down on my old crotchety knees and, blah, blah, blah. And so we're going to try. And then she had the additional idea. We're going to try it. Y'all know what Hookah Culture is? Hookah Culture, as I understand it, I am not a permie. I think there's some good techniques in permaculture. I also think it's a bit cult-like, and they think they invented everything for themselves. Many techniques have been around for a long time. That's just me. But Hookah Culture is basically, again, as I understand it, if you're really interested, go look it up. There's a plethora of stuff online about it. You bury old rotten or rotting wood in the ground, you hump dirt over it, and you plant on it. And that provides nutrients for the dirt and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Our problem here on Shofar Mountain is we don't have a lot of dirt. I can't just start digging and getting dirt. It's hard. Our garden, which it's just getting going right now, 3,000 square feet of garden in just that one. We actually had to make the dirt using the Back to Eden method. Anyway, to fill a box that big for a raised bed with dirt, forget about it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do an above ground raised bed Hookah Culture thing. You can't do that, Pastor Joe. I'm a permie and I know all about it. Whatever, we're going to try. So basically we're going to fill a good portion of the box with sticks and logs and rotten logs and fill that all in. And then I'm going to source some dirt somewhere. We think we know in down by the creek where there's some dirt we can take Jack, our tractor, down there and get. And then we'll fill the top of it off, and then I have some beautiful compost that we're going to mix in there. We're going to make a beautiful bed. And yesterday Sister Kate said, what are we going to plant in it? I said, whatever you want, sweetie. And so that's what I'm going to finish working on today. But what comes next? You know, this, and I said this on Patreon. I say everything on Patreon. I know, here comes a shameless plug. You have to put up with it. I post a video there almost every day. Some days I post more than one. When something that I see on the internet amuses me 2 or 3 times a week, I'll post that there also. Just, this emphasizes what we're talking about. We have back and forth discussions there. I do the write-ups on some videos at one level. I'm working on a second novel now, so there's 2 kind of novelettes going on there. And yeah, we talk about all this stuff back and forth. So I was talking on a Patreon the other day about what comes next. See, we all kind of understand to our own level, to your level, to my level, to his level, to her level, this coronavirus thing. right? It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's either bad or it's not bad or it's dun 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 dun. We talked about that, and you've kind of decided what you're going to do or not do about it. Going forward, right now, whatever. You kind of like, for us today, day 13 of our hard lockdown here on Shofar Mountain. So you've got yourself sorted out. You should by now. I mean, heck, you've had enough time, right? So what's next? I think what's next, and clearly I'm not alone, because this is interesting. I shot the video like on this day, and I was going to post it the next morning for Patreon. And that afternoon, so I'd already shot the video. I hadn't seen anybody else do this. I saw videos pop up all over on the same subject matter. They beat me to it because they did it that afternoon, or maybe even earlier that morning. I just hadn't seen them, and mine came up in the morning. So what do you think the next thing is? Come on, what do you think? Economic calamity. I won't go so far as to say collapse, but economic calamity. Some people are saying it's going to be like the Great Depression or worse, man. You know, other people are saying it's all going to fall apart. Other people are, there's the whole spectrum, right? You know, we're humans. We all have an opinion. And so if you lose your job, and I went into techniques and tactics and things to help mitigate that personally, but we're not doing that today. Just figure this. You're going to need food, right? Sister Kate's probably getting ready to do a video. I'm stealing her thunder a little bit today. Probably won't be out for a couple of days because she edits hers really nicely. Sister Kate Shofar Mountain is her channel. But she's going to do a video on the coming food shortages. Whether there are actual food shortages or you just can't afford to spend money, and so taking care of your groceries in your backyard sounds like a plan. I think that's what you should focus on, people. I say all the time, you need to be a producer, not just a consumer. You need to start producing food, and you can start wherever you are. If you don't have any yard space to speak of, put it in a container. Do container gardening. Start growing food, producing food. Food could be animal food too. You could do honey, you could do goats, you could do chickens, you could do ducks, you know, whatever. We do all that. But start producing food. And so, yeah, we have 3,000, it's 29 something. It's 54 by 54 feet. It's almost 3,000 square feet of garden right there that we're operating on. I'm doing this raised bed. That's an experiment more than anything else. And we have several other garden plots that we haven't even gotten to yet, but we have plans for those. Plus an orchard, plus the blackberries, plus. Yeah, we're going heavy, and as are all the Shofarians, we're going heavy into food production this year. We're all kind of into food production to one degree or another, but we feel it. We feel an unction from the Holy Spirit saying you better produce some food. And I'm passing that on to you. Be a producer. Grow some food. Produce some food. If you live on the coast and you have a boat, you can go fish for food. I get it. But whatever. I think you're going to be... I don't think anybody here, anyone in the sound of my voice, if you go out and plant a garden and grow fresh, delicious food in that garden and eat it, I don't think... And then the world just goes back to normal very rapidly, let's say. I don't think you'll regret having spent the time and effort to grow a garden. And I'll just sign off with this. I haven't been to a preparedness expo show thing for a couple years, but I went to a big one in Dallas, Arlington. Is it Arlington? Is that near Dallas? Big convention center. It was big. Expo center thing. Big preparedness fair. Ran a booth there with some people. And there were a lot of different tables selling the cans of seeds, right? Like, this is all you need to get through the apocalypse. This will plant a square acre of food, or, you know, whatever. People, you got to get out there and do. You have to do. You got to put your hand to the plow. You got to get out there and get your fingers dirty working in the soil. Because it is a very steep learning curve for gardening. And if you move to a new area and you gardened in an old area, it's not the same. in the new area. So you cannot start too soon, and now is the perfect time almost everywhere in the Northern Hemisphere to start gardening. Please go plant some food. That's my message for you today. And then I just wanted to give you a really, got to put my cheaters on because, you know, my arms are getting short. I just want to show you what I've done since what, the 27th? Was that it? Was that a week ago? All right, so no. What's today? Today's the 1st. So about the 23rd, right? All right, so I talked about 3 courses. Oh, you guys saw that one. All right, so that's the last one you saw, 3 courses of action. Talked about finances, how to square away your finances. Went over on Tactical Tuesday knife techniques and different knife targets. Went over how to up your security posture. Went over dealing with locals and the problems with that. Went over, on the second video I did for y'all last week, which was, yeah, it was a flashlight advertisement video. I gave the patrons a heads up. I said, guys, when I do a video, they always sell out. If you want to get in on this thing, get in early. And they did, and guess what? They sold out. Go figure. Early spring garden, went through what we're doing there. Went into being ready to go into isolation, what that looks like. Talked about going into town and what's going on there. And today we hit the economy again. What's going on with the economy and where that's going. And plus, that doesn't include the write-ups that I do. That's what's going on Patreon. I invite you guys to come. I'll put a link to how to get there down below. It's Viking Preparedness on Patreon. It's not that hard to find, but I'll put a link. It's $1 a month. If you don't like it, you can quit. You're out less than a cup of coffee, but you know what? I know you're going to like it. Come on over. The water's fine. All right. Do your best. Grow some food. I'll see you out there.